Hello and welcome to the stream. The stream. The stream. Will this stream hurry up? There we are. Alright, give everyone a little bit of time to come on in. Ooh, this I gotta see.
There he is!
Alright, long enough. Let's get into this.
Everybody, welcome back to Chud's Barbecue. My name is Bradley Robinson,
Hello,
and
did
today I'm going to show you how I made this.
Ah, yes, Carmelo Anthony's verdict. But I decided to do a cooking stream today, and then I want to try to cook some things, so I don't know if I'm going to do another live stream. So...
Beautiful, delicious, smoky, barky, quick, amazing 4.5 hour brisket cook. That's right, folks. Today we're testing out Chris Young's 6-hour brisket method to see how it comes out. Coming up.
I mean, 6 hours for a brisket is... Okay, I'm waiting to see this.
This is a brisket. Pat it dry. And what I've got here is an absolutely beautiful looking brisket. Picked this up at Costco, and this is actually the Wagyu briskets they've been carrying lately. But of course, you don't have to spring for the good stuff, but I figured we could use all the help we can get with how we're...
Oh, hell, even if it's a regular brisket, it's going to be like $70. You might as well spend the extra $30.
Cooking this thing today. And that's because today we're going to be attempting Chris Young's brisket method, where he cooks a brisket in 6 hours. And if you're unfamiliar with Chris Young, he's a chef/food scientist that's worked at some of the best restaurants in the world, like the Fat Duck in England under Heston Blumenthal. He worked on the Modernist Cuisine, he co-founded Chef Steps, and now he owns Combustion Inc., where he makes the predictive thermometers, and he also has a YouTube channel. And the guy is just a wealth of knowledge. If you haven't checked out his channel before, I highly recommend it. I have learned so much from him. Very smart guy. But about a year ago, he put out a video where he cooked a brisket in 6 hours using a lot of food science and different techniques, and I've been dying to try it ever since because it looked really good. And it's not your typical hot and fast brisket where it's going to be really crunchy and kind of old school. It just uses different techniques to render the fat, convert the collagen into gelatin, and get that nice tender brisket we all know and love. And if it works out, you know, a 6-hour brisket is a great thing to have in the back pocket. But per usual, first thing we need to do is get this...
Yeah, because normally briskets take like 18 to 22 hours.
Bad boy trimmed up. So I'm going to start on the back side here, get this big decal fat taken out. Don't need that. And then we can start cleaning up the back side here. And just like that, backside looking pretty clean. We can always come back and touch this up at the end. So moving on to this side, we have got a big chunk of fat, which is unfortunate, but that's got to come off. Save that for tallow or sausage. Take down this big pocket of fat over here as well. Being sure to round everything off,
So
make it aerodynamic, make it look pretty. Beautiful looking brisket though, a lot of great marbling in there. And I should mention also that this was only 50 cents more per pound than their primes. And it was also a bit smaller. So the cheapest prime I could have bought was like $125 or something like that, where this one was like $1.15. But even if you're getting an 8-pound brisket, spending an extra $9 for that nice marbling, I'm okay with it. Flip it up.
Yeah, exactly. It's... Everybody asks me, why do I buy Texas Fifths of liquor? Well, you go to Total Wine. By the way, if you don't have a Total Wine in your state, my God, you are missing out. I go to Total Wine, and the liter of Captain Morgan is $18. The Texas Fifth, which is a 1.75 bottle, if you don't know, is $20. So I spent $2 more and damn near get an entire bottle for free. Or I get a 750 for $2. Yeah, I'm going to take that thing every time. Now, the reason the liter bottle is kind of a little overpriced is that's what bars use, because their pours are on time, and those times only work with a stopper, and the stoppers only work with a liter bottle. So they have to do it. But me, I make drinks at home. I'll take 20 fucking minutes to make a drink. I go for quantity.
Over, take out this pocket of fat between the point and the flat. Big old point muscle on this.
I mean, even if I have people over, even if I'm serving a crowd, I'm serving what, 6, 7, 8 people? Whoop-de-doo, wait for your fucking drinks. For the amount you're paying, you can wait.
Once we'll go ahead and knock that down a little bit. A little bit of meat, but mostly all that really gross fat coming off. And then we'll start taking down the fat cap as well. Just trimming this up like any other brisket, folks. Fat cap looking pretty good. Scalped it just a little bit. I'm fine with it. Give it the old chud scrape, make it look nice and clean. And now it's time to give this thing some shape. So we're gonna come on this side and kind of square it up. And now remove this really thin part and give this thing some good shape. Save that for burgers or sausage. Round off this point, tip, I should say. And there we have it. That's a good looking brisket to me. Nice and clean, good amount of fat on there. Nicely trimmed up. Pretty aggressive trim on that today. But
damn, that brisket looks nice.
I'm fine with it. And I'm not sure if it's because it's like 90% humidity out here or if it's because this is Wagyu, but that fat was really hard to trim. Took a while. But now let's get this thing seasoned up. Now, one of the problems we're going to have cooking the brisket how we're doing it today is we're not going to be able to develop a smoke ring, which is completely fine from an eating perspective, but it's just not going to look like a Texas brisket. But luckily, Chris has a hack for that, and that is to bust out some water and a small amount of some pink curing salt. So in this bottle, I've got 1 cup of water and half a teaspoon of pink salt number 1. And by spritzing this on there, we're going to get a fake smoke ring. Although technically it is a real smoke ring, we're just getting the nitric oxide from the curing salt as opposed to from the smoke. But again, this is purely for aesthetics. So if you're trying this at home, you can skip this step, but if you're doing it on camera, or you just want it to look a little bit more legit, this is how you go about it. Just a light little misting all the way around. Don't forget the sides. Flip it over, do the top side as well. Probably don't need it on the top side, but might as well while we're here. And once spritz down, we're gonna go on with our rub, which of course is some Chud's Barbecue SPG, my rub of choice for briskets and all things barbecue beef. And we're just gonna go down with a nice healthy coating. And if you're feeling frisky, you can throw on a little bit of Chud's Barbecue Secret Salt. I like to do it just on the bottom. That way it doesn't turn the brisket orange.
Now this is odd because he misted it. Oh.
But no one can tell it's there. Adding a little extra flavor, a little extra savory pop, but it's hidden on the bottom because it's our little secret. Flip it over, and we'll do the same to the top side. Beautiful. Let's go ahead and fire up the pit.
If you're thinking of going back to school, you gotta listen to what University of Phoenix has to offer you.
At University of Phoenix, your tuition rate is locked in from the day you enroll until you graduate, so you always know what to expect.
Visit University of Phoenix to explore your options and learn about online degrees.
Want to lose weight without losing muscle? Factor got me there. I was tired of all the cutting and bulking cycle.
Boop. And on the pit we go. I've got this brisket in a hotel pan on top of some wire racks because the real trick to this technique is to steam the brisket, which I know sounds blasphemous, but it makes a lot of sense. And if you want to know more about all the exact science of how this works, definitely go check out Chris's video because he goes pretty deep on it. But essentially how this works is I got this pellet grill ripping hot at about 600 degrees. So we're going to fill the bottom up here with some hot water. And because we're cooking so hot and fast, we're going to completely bypass the stall, expediting the cooking process quite a bit. But because it's going to be steaming in this covered vessel here, the surface of the meat isn't going to go above 212 degrees, so nothing's going to burn up on us. Beautiful. So I'm going to go ahead and cover this up with some foil and let this bad boy steam away. So from here, the game plan is pretty simple. I'm going to keep an eye on the water level because if that goes dry, we're definitely going to burn this brisket. I'm also going to make sure the water is hot, boiling, and steaming because in Chris's video, he did it on a gas grill, but I don't...
So essentially, You're steaming a brisket.
Have one of those, but I do have a pellet grill, and worst case scenario, I can always move that little baffle plate so the pan is hit with direct heat, which will definitely help things boil, but I don't think it's going to be a problem because it is parked right above the heating element in there. But really, again, I'm going to keep an eye on water levels, keep an eye on the internal temp of the brisket, and take this thing all the way up to 200, 205 degrees internal, which theoretically should only take a couple hours, but I guess we'll find out. As for pellets, I'm using my trusty smoking pecan shell pellets, my pellet of choice. They burn for a really long time, which is great for a cook like this where we're cooking hot and fast, and they also have a great flavor to them. Although we're really not going to get all that much flavor from these pellets on this cook because that brisket is covered up. But I figured I'd let you know what I'm using either way. And if you want to save some money on these, check my link in the description box down below or head to chudsbarbecue.com. Love these things. They're made out of 100% pecan shells. Pretty cool. Tastes great, smell great, and nice and smoky. So whenever I do open that lid, it can only help. This video is brought to you by AG1. AG1 Next Gen is a daily health drink clinically shown to support gut health and fill in common nutrient gaps. With over 75...
I'm actually starting to break down with pellet grills and maybe considering getting one. I see so many people using them. I'm like, yeah, I mean, it's not old school, and I kind of like to do old school.
Ingredients, including 5 probiotic strains. AG1 essentially replaces your need for multivitamins, probiotics...
Alright, I'm skipping the goddamn ad.
You fill the water one time at the hour mark. Didn't go dry or anything like that, and it's looking very steamy in there. And honestly, it looks pretty weird. Definitely steamed. And the only problem I'm seeing so far is this little burnt spot right on top where the tin foil was touching. So if I was going to do this again, I'd probably do it in a deeper container so we don't have direct foil contact on top because there's no room
That ain't the only burnt spot.
for steam to get in, so that got pretty crispy. So hopefully that's not a problem. As to be expected, the bark is not great, but honestly it looks better than I was expecting for a fully steamed brisket. But probing it, it's right around 200 degrees, 202 over here. So I think it's time to add some smoke to this bad boy. So I'm going to cover this back up and go ahead and fire up the pit. Maybe Cowboy Chris can help me catch that snake in my boot. And on to pit number 2 we go. Got the old offset here fired up to 350 degrees. And simply enough, on we go with our steamed brisket. And what we're trying to do at this point is cook this thing hot and fast to finish it off, render some more fat, dry out the surface a little bit, get a little bit better bark, add some smoky flavor, and make sure this thing is nice and tender. But I will say, it's pretty impressive to bring a brisket from raw to over 200 degrees in just about 2.5 hours. Pretty crazy. And of course you can finish this brisket on whatever you like. You know, you could just leave it on the pellet grill, you could throw it on the charcoal grill. Chris finished his in a big green egg, but because I've got an offset smoker and a big pile of Texas post oak, this seems like the most fitting way to finish off a brisket. Although I probably will try it on the pellet grill in the future because this seems like a great move on a pellet grill. But again, the game plan from here is pretty simple. We're going to be cooking hot and fast to finish it off because we want to continue to render that fat and break all that collagen down into gelatin, which Chris explains in his video happens a lot quicker at really high temperatures. And because we're already pushing 200 degrees internally, we're really just going by color, feel, and that jiggle factor. So hopefully an hour, maybe 2, but we'll check back in a little bit. 2 hours later, and I am calling this brisket done. And I gotta say, the bark looks a lot better than I was expecting because it looked pretty weird up front, but it's looking pretty nice. Feeling nice and jiggly, feeling nice and soft, probing
4
around
hours.
205, 206 in some
Get arrested
parts.
for 2 more hours.
And is feeling a little bit crispy, but now I'm gonna go ahead and pull this off and get it wrapped up, which puts our cook time at 4 hours and 45 minutes, which is wild. That's just water, by the way, followed by a little Wagyu tallow. Why not? And we're doing the old paper wrap. It's been a while, but I think it'll help, especially because this end is feeling pretty hammered. A little fat on top as well. My tripod is failing me. That felt really awkward. I haven't done that in a long time, which is a shame. I used to be really good at the paper wrap, but yeah, this is feeling really nice, feeling nice and tender. Also, during that cook, it went on at 350 degrees, which I think might have been too hot. I know that's what Chris did in his video, but he did his on a big green egg, and I'm doing mine on an offset smoker. And these have a lot more convection. And after the first hour, it was looking really crispy and starting to bubble up a little bit, so I think 350 might have been too hot and fast. So after an hour of that, I bumped it down to around 300, maybe 320, and rocked it for the next hour. And that seemed to do just fine. Still probing nice and tender all the way through. Fat's feeling rendered, feeling nice and jiggly as well. And at this point, every part of me wants to throw this in my food warmer.
Jigglypuff, Jigglypuff, Puff, jiggly.
Overnight for a nice overnight long heated rest, but that kind of defeats the point of a super short brisket cook. So I'm gonna let it sit here for probably an hour, maybe hour and a half, until it comes down to slicing temperature around 150
Outside, or are you gonna bring it into the house?
degrees, and then we can slice on in and see how it looks. And I suppose you could do the foil boat with this method, but it really doesn't make any sense because we're not gonna be collecting any juices. I mean, you could have done it, I guess, after the steam before you put it on, but then you're not gonna get any smoke flavor on the underside. And also mine at least had a pretty splotchy looking bark on it, so I think a full wrap is probably the move here. Either full paper or full foil, but I think paper is probably the move here. A little extra tallow, and make sure it doesn't steam out during the rest because it's already been thoroughly steamed. So in the paper it shall sit. Smells pretty good. And after about 2 hours of resting down, this thing took forever to cool down, but it finally came down to an internal temp of about 145, 150. And then I did park it in my toaster oven for like the last 45 minutes or so, mostly because a giant thunderstorm just rolled through. Now that that's passed, let's go ahead and slice on in. Not many juices in there for an oops. But taking a look at this thing, it's looking pretty barky. Definitely got some bald spots up front, and just by picking it up just then, the underside feels a little bit shreddy, but it's got some decent jiggle factor to it for sure. Look at that. Smells good. Let's go ahead and cut it right down the middle, shall we? Yeah, that looks pretty good. Honestly, that looks way better than I was expecting.
Okay.
Nice and juicy, nice and glistening, nice and tender.
Well, it's juicy. I'll give
And
it
again,
that.
the flop factor. And we even got a little bit of a smoke ring. That little pink salt trick worked out pretty well. Although I'm sure if I let that sit a little bit longer before putting it on the pit, that might be a little bit more prominent. But so far, this is looking pretty good.
Stop calling me. You sound like a psycho. I swear to God.
I'm calling you to let you know that we're gonna pay off every loan you have. Like,
Lean side over here, also looking nice and juicy, although a little bit shreddy right over here, but that happens from time to time. Crunchy bark, too. Good looking slice of lean, though, you know what I mean? Definitely juicy, definitely barky, holds up, pulls apart. Wow.
Well.
Pretty impressed with that, folks. You know, I've seen worse slices of lean on a barbecue tray before. But of course, let's see what the fatty end looks like. Ooh. That is some good looking burn ends right there. Good render on that, nice and fatty, glistening, nice and barky. And honestly, for a 4-hour cook, that is truly impressive. Again, this side does feel a little bit crispy, but all in all, it looks really good. Great render on that, nice and barky. Damn, that looks good. That is a nice, juicy piece of fatty brisket. Look at that. That's wild.
That'll
Pretty
work.
Pleased with that. I mean, all in all, folks, how can you not be impressed with that? You know, I threw this on the pit less than 8 hours ago. At any normal time, I don't even think I'd be wrapped yet. And here we are with a big pile of beautiful sliced up brisket. But really, it's all about how it tastes. All right, I'm going for it. Okay. Okay, it's so good. So juicy, I forgot it's a Wagyu. That explains it. The cook on that is pretty much perfect, you know? Nice and tender, not mushy. Going back for more. Ooh. Right off the bat, the cook on that is absolutely fantastic. You know, this definitely proves that you can, in fact, convert collagen into gelatin and render the fat in a hot and fast cooking method without it being super burnt and too crispy on the outside. Although,
Well, that works for me. All right, let's move along. Oh, yeah, this is the one I wanted to do. Wanted to make sure I do before this broadcast ends. What are you doing here?
Mr.
This
Big
is
Time
Guga.
Capital One Bank guy.
The Oklahoma Onion Burger, maybe the most iconic burger in America, all started right here in El Reno, Oklahoma. This is my good friend Cosmo. What's up, Cosmo?
What's up, brother?
Thanks for having me, brother. Look, I came from Miami to learn how to make and taste them. Can you help me out?
I can help you out. And I'm kind of hungry right now. Stop talking. Let's go eat.
Let's go.
The fabled Route 66.
Oh, we both have the same reaction. And everything starts off right here.
Started in 1920.
Oh, man. Do they still make it the same way today?
You're going to be surprised.
I'm ready to learn. Let's go inside. Come on. Hello there. Thanks for having us.
Ed, this is my friend Guga.
Nice to meet you, sir. Thank you so much for having us. Thank you, thank you. I'm so excited to try your burger. Because I know everything started because of the Great Depression, right? Trying to keep it as cheap as possible. But nowadays...
They say that.
Oh, tell me, please tell me. I wanna...
Their game plan was that it started during the Depression and onions would make it go further.
Right.
But in fact, you can look it up that...
Don't tell me the onions were more expensive.
Pretty much.
Really?
Damn, because I heard that legend too. Really? That shocks the shit out of me because onions have always been one of the cheapest ingredients you could get.
Yo!
Back then, government was paying cattlemen $1 a head to kill them and bury them to try to drive up the price of these. So it kind of defeats the whole idea of it, trying to make it go further.
You live and you learn, and you... Wow! We'll stick to the original story. Okay.
Ed, how about cheeseburger, fried onions, and 3 conies? Okay. You got to try the conies.
Let's do it. Perfect. Okay, so the first thing I noticed is that went ahead and smash it right away, throw the onions in. Wow, that's cool. You see how he smashed it? He don't play around, everybody. He's just like, tuck, 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 tuck. I don't smash it that way. See, you live and you learn. Okay, okay.
Soak it in.
Very cool.
You're next.
I never smashed a burger like that.
That's the only way to do it.
I noticed that he's steaming the bun right over the onions, and that is getting the bun nice and hot, and the bun is acting like a dome, melting the cheese. Instead of using that regular dome, you use the bun instead. I've never done it that way before, everybody. And that's cool to watch. What is that?
This is a coney.
Okay, so let's take a look at a coney here, everybody. So as far as I can see, we got a little bit of chili, bread, and coleslaw?
Yes.
Oh, that's a no. Looks very different than what I'm normally used to, and I'm excited. How do you eat it?
You got to eat it with I mean, you can pick it up, but you're going to be wearing it.
Oh, there's a hot dog there too. Sorry, sometimes when I have food that I never tried before, I get super excited. You see, there's a hot dog in there. Now, this hot dog look real pink. Is it something special?
These are real hot dogs.
Real hot dog. Oh, okay. All right. Cheers, brother.
That means that they were not pre-cooked. I think that means he made them from raw.
Cheers.
Oh, that's amazing. So the hot dog is quite unique. If you can see there is a slight discoloration in the edges.
Cooked in water.
And then obviously you have a chili, and then they have that coleslaw. It's very simple, but very unique flavor and very tasteful, and it tastes like homemade. I like it. I mean, take a look at it, everybody. It's literally bun, chili, coleslaw, and a hot dog. Calorie-free, fat-free, and everything free?
Yeah, there's no calories here.
I can have some more, because it looks like our onion burger is ready.
We're all guilty of the old one-trip wonder. And while bundling groceries can be quite the handful, bundling with Geico can save you hundreds.
It feels good to bundle better. It feels good to Geico.
This is why I don't
Planning
give a
to
shit
move?
about Mother Earth.
Choose Pods,
and
the
use
most
plastic.
awarded container moving company. Whether you're
Okay. Oh, the original. Check it out, everybody. Oh, so you got a little bit of charred onions.
Brings out the sweetness.
And different texture. It's not all the way caramelized. Some are caramelized, some are not. Some pickles on the side, and also American cheese. How do you, don't tell me you eat it with a spoon and
No. The meat mitts.
Okay, so what's the right way?
So I like to add a little bit of mustard and pickles.
All of the pickles, right, Cosmo?
All of the pickles.
Top the whole thing off, and then we got our burger. I mean, look at it. Oh, it's fresh off the grill, Papa. Cheers. Mm. Oh. If that doesn't put a smile on your face, you have problems. It's incredible. The thing is that it's very well balanced. Sweetness from the onion, the fattiness from the burger. The meat is absolutely a beautiful combination.
One thing that most people don't realize, this is 80-20. You can make this with 70-30, 85-15, not the same.
Not the same. It has to be 80-20.
Has to be 80-20. It's the perfect amount of fattiness that releases to help cook the onion.
80-20 is my favorite burger, whatever ratio.
Onions, steam everything. This is what a burger should be like.
Wow. I love the crunchiness, I love the history, and this is the original. Okay, and you're gonna teach me how to make this right?
Well, you better pay attention, but
I gotta be honest with you guys, it's so simple. When I do it at home, I try to overcomplicate things. But the next spot we're going to is the most famous at this time. Everyone's been there. People from the Food Network all the way to celebrities. We're about to taste something completely different.
This is Sid's Diner, and they have been slinging burgers for a minute over here on Hamburger Road.
Okay, I'm excited. Let's go.
This is my good friend, Adam.
How are you, brother? Nice to meet you, Guga. Thanks for having us. Very excited to try our burger.
You want to take him back there and show him kind of the trowel and, you know, just kind of talk.
Is that okay?
Okay. Show him how you make them.
I gotta pee. I'll be right back. Alrighty, let's get on with this.
Burger, because he is going to have to make one.
So they're super nicely thin, huh? And a generous amount too. Oh, look how he's smashing it. Okay. Now, what I noticed is that you're not being gentle at all. You're going for it. And the onions is actually preventing it from sticking. Oh, now you season it? Okay. What's that special seasoning?
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper. For real? That's the
Back in the old days, everybody steamed their buns. We kind of really try to make more of a burger that holds up a little better. And so that's why we started toasting these a little bit.
I see.
Spanish yellow onions.
Spanish yellow onions. Oh, it's not white sweet onions.
No.
Wow, they look incredible, man.
The beef I'm using is ground daily for us fresh. It's an all Angus product. And we can get away with a 75-25.
Oh, you can?
75-25.
But you hear what he said. It's being ground fresh for him daily.
Wow, look at the crust on that burger. That looks incredible. Some crispy, some caramelized, some still a little bit white. You got different textures on your burger. Wow.
Ready to try one?
Heck yeah. Wow, thank you so much.
I hope you're hungry.
Oh, I'm very hungry. Yes, sir. Look at it. It looks incredible. What I like the most.
The legendary Route 66.
I hope you guys can see that and that comes through the camera, is the different texture of the onions. I thought the onions all have to be the same. Okay, teach me.
I am mustard guy.
So no mayo, no ketchup?
No, just go in.
Okay, some mustard.
Honestly, if I had an onion burger, I'd want mustard too and pickles because that would counteract the onions.
There you go. Pickles in?
Pickles in.
And then we'll top it off just like that. I mean, just look at this monstrosity, everybody. And then if you turn around to the other side, you got the crispiness of the beef and also the caramelized onions, which looks fire. That's the new terminology kids use nowadays.
Fire?
Fire.
This looks fire.
Fire means good.
This smells fire.
Cheers.
Seeing if you're pre-approved will never hurt your credit score. With Capital One Pre-Approval, you can safely and easily find out which card is right for you. No date.
Oh, bro, it's so flavorful. It's just like very fulfilling to take a bite of this burger.
The toasted bun. You like that?
Mm-hmm. What do you think? You're not talking nothing.
I'm gonna finish this one.
I noticed one thing. There was no seasoning at all on their burgers, and they keep it pretty traditional. Is that how it was normally made in the beginning?
That burger has been made that way for as long as I can remember, and that's exactly how I was taught to make them over 30 years ago.
No seasoning at all?
No seasoning at all. Now, personally, I like to add seasoning. I think it just juices up the burger a little bit more. But if you want to be, the authentic way, it would be technically no seasoning.
So now you're about to teach me how to make one. I'm slightly nervous because I don't want to embarrass myself.
I'm so waiting for this.
All right, so here's the deal. We're gonna head to your studio and make this happen. Here goes nothing. Okay, we're here.
First things first.
Yes.
Spanish yellow onions.
Why? Any specific reason?
This is the onion that started it all.
And we use a mandolin.
Yep.
Okay, so we're gonna cut a bunch of these onions. Let's see how thin it actually. Whoa, dude, look at that. Yeah, I don't care who you are and how good you are with a knife. You're not gonna get it this thin.
Exactly.
That ain't happening.
And just one thing, a lot of people will slice them and then try to use them straight from here. It's very important that you break them up, and then you get these perfectly little see-through. Next, I'll show you how to make the meatballs.
Oh, let's do it.
This is our 80-20. I'll show you how I do this.
Okay.
I just grab it, and I'm going for about 4 ounces.
4 ounces.
Let me make some of these here for you. You want to jump in and help, you can.
Oh, okay.
You're pretty good at it.
All right, all right.
I say we go straight into making now.
Let's do it. We got everything going. So obviously we have the buns, we have the cheese, pickles. This is awesome.
It's heavy.
Yeah, this is mean business.
Yeah.
I have one more question. We experienced 2 burgers. One no seasoning, one seasoning. What are we doing?
We are going to season ours, and I like our Texas beef on ours. I would start them right here.
All right, let's go. Okay. One there. Second one there. Is
More.
enough? More?
There you go.
Really?
Right on the top.
Okay. Now, the technique I saw there. Oh, you gotta put some. You gotta mean it.
You gotta throw the weight in there, huh?
Yeah.
Now I hit them with a little bit of seasoning.
Right.
Now we wait.
Yeah, we gotta wait until we get nicely caramelized before we actually flip. Smells absolutely amazing.
The caramelization of the onions, this is where it starts taking out that little bite and starts really amplifying that sweetness.
What surprised me the most is that it's 3 textures. It's towards burn, nicely golden caramelization, and some almost like kind of raw, but not raw.
And typically you're gonna see the ones on the outside edge. That's where you get your...
The burn ones.
Yeah, the burn ones.
I don't know about you, but I kind of like the burn ones more.
A little much for me. It's great though,
It's
nonetheless.
Great. Okay, so I'm gonna judge it here when it's time to flip.
Now this one, I don't think this one's ready.
But that one is.
I think that one is.
All right, let's see.
Oh!
Did I screw it up?
No, you did fantastic. Now, here's what I would do with this one. You can see it doesn't look the same.
Yeah.
Just slide it over to a hot spot.
Oh, to get it even more caramelized.
Now you want to take your bun right now. This is where you want to steam your bun.
Over here?
Yep.
Okay.
And then just kick that off the edge.
Like this?
Perfect. Now you see how fast this is catching up? I think that one's ready.
Yeah, ready to go? And now you flip them to an opposite side where it's hot?
I would go in between here, right in there.
Got it. Oh, we both have the same reaction.
I'm really proud of you. Don't forget your bun. We got to steam it.
All right, and then one down. Just
Yeah, I'm in that camp to juice. I will always season. I will season the meat. I'll season the onions. I'm sorry, a little bit of seasoning goes a long way. You don't got to go overkill. But I'm sorry, but an improperly seasoned burger is dog shit.
Just like that, one over here.
Take it to the side.
I think this one might be.
I mean, my local paper, the Star and Tribune, wrote up this restaurant, and it was like an old school drive-through, just kind of space alien themed, like something out of fucking Toy Story. I was like, what the hell? I'll go there. Went there. Had a burger. I almost wanted to throw it back at him. Like there was not a hint of salt or pepper on it.
Ready. How do you judge it?
But the dipshit food person at the paper thought, oh my God, this is fucking great. Oh, and there's a playground for the kids to play at and all these activities from great. Fuck the children. My burger sucked.
I'm thinking
So that's a great question. Right now I'm looking at the onions and I'm going, how do I like my onions cooked? So if you pull it off right now, it's going to be a little bit steamy, but you can see right around here, you're starting to get
these
your
right
brown
here?
crisp.
Yeah, this is kind of like a burn.
Right now, I would go ahead and put my cheese on this one.
So I'll take them off, add a cheese in.
Put your cheese on, now put your bottom bun back on.
Got it. And put that steam
Put
again
that
once
right
again.
off to the side. Now when you pick this up, you kind of hold it, slide under it.
I hate it when the cheese is on the bottom bun.
Then you take your bottom bun, put it underneath, pinch it off, and put it on the plate.
You ready? All right.
I'll be
let's go.
waiting.
That goes on top, right on top like that. How is that, teacher?
That looks pretty good.
It looks like some parts is burnt. I don't know why I like that. I like this. Is this too much for you?
Too much for me,
Too much? I don't know why I like that. So let me do this one here the same. So this is more your style.
Yes.
More golden.
True. Just a little light steam.
Okay. You know what we forgot on this one?
I know.
Sorry about that. Forgot the cheese.
I was watching.
So here we have two actual versions. One is a little bit more crispy, which I don't know. I like it like this because I like the feeling of that burnt onions. And then we have this one here, a little bit more golden. Give me a rating from 1 to 10. First burger.
You did a good job. I was kind of hoping you messed up, but we still got a group to feed, and we'll let you do that.
All right, let's do it. There you go, everybody. The Oklahoma onion burger class. I say it's only fair now if we taste them.
Let's do it.
All right, let's taste. How did I do?
You did pretty good. For your first time, that was pretty impressive.
Thank you. So let's go.
Let's dig in.
We got to do it the right way, right? You have to add the pickles, right? No pickles, no good. Now, what's the right Cosmo way, not the traditional way?
I do like mustard, but every now and again, Duke's. Not sponsored.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I do enjoy mustard A's on my burger.
That's so good, bro.
But I also like ketchup A's. I like mayonnaise on my burger.
And when you steam the bun,
I almost argue that steaming might be better than toasting it.
Or mayo and barbecue sauce. Or
I enjoy the steam bun. Now, if I'm taking them to go and I'm wrapping them up, then I would prefer a toasted bun. They just hold together better.
Crispy, crunchy. I like slightly burn on my onion.
I prefer a toasted bun. Yeah, they just hold up way better. I mean, I'm sorry, but they do. And I even usually prefer a bed of lettuce on my burger because that lettuce prevents the grease of the burger from sogging the bottom bun. And yes, it needs bacon, but at least it had pickles. All right, now we're going to do this from Katie Lee Kitchen. I have no idea who she is.
A little bit of parsley here. It's just like a little...
Parsley in a burger. You have my attention, woman.
Oh, God damn it. Oh,
Oh, you just cut yourself.
Just cut my finger off.
Damn it! This entire episode's falling apart.
If I'm getting a burger in New York City, this is where I'm.
Oh, God. This is another one of these people that want to be a fucking influencer. Can you just not cook for the love of cooking? Does this have to be a fucking production with you?
Coming.
God, I hate this. I mean, it'd be one thing if she had, like, 2 million subscribers. She's got 22,000. Just cook, woman.
It's so perfect.
Thank you. It's a really good burger.
You are the burger aficionado.
And she's not hot enough to get by in her looks. I mean, she's not unattractive.
What makes a good burger to you?
To me, a great burger is based on simplicity. Those are the burgers that I would eat.
The burger that I grew up eating, my grandma called it the Logan County burger because she was from Logan County, West Virginia. And they lived in a little town called Peach Creek. And Peach Creek was real poor. And so the
I guarantee you this chick has a rich husband.
burgers are
There's no way she gets this level of production value without having a rich husband.
paper thin,
Yeah.
like a smash burger, because they wanted to make meat go farther. Like back in 2008, when I did the first burger bash here in New York,
Yeah.
I made the Logan County burger.
I didn't know that.
And I won. And people went nuts
Yeah.
and said that it was a patty melt and it was not a burger and it should not have qualified and shouldn't have been in the competition.
It's still a burger. No, it's actually technically, it's still a burger. A patty melt is a burger because actual hamburger is defined as ground beef, cooked somehow.
Yeah, I don't know what the difference is. If I use a bun, it's a burger. If I use 2 pieces of white bread, but treat it like a grilled cheese, even though it's the exact same fucking thing as a burger, somehow that's a patty melt.
And served on bread. That's it, period. What you just described was something that we make here called a Chester.
I'd like a Chester, please.
So it's actually not on the menu here, it's on the off menu.
It is really dangerous to have you here in the neighborhood. Thank you so much. Well, George, I think you would have fit in Peach Creek just fine.
The person who invented this cleaning product is so smart. No matter how dirty your oven is, it will instantly clean with zero scrubbing. Take any dirty surface, spray over the grease or mold, and watch it literally melt away. Its patented nanonet technology even dissolves dangerous black mold and stubborn.
Yeah, sorry, but I'm not going to take my advice from AI.
Today we're going to make my Logan County burgers and some oven fries with little herbs on them.
All right, I'm already out. Okay, I'll hear you on the burger, but oven fries are fucking garbage. There's no way to make fries healthy. If you're not going to bust out the deep fryer, what's the fucking point?
We're going to start off with a bacon jam. Now, this is not what I typically would put on these burgers, but my husband, my cameraman, he likes me to zhuzh things up every once in a while, and I haven't
So just cook naked.
made these for a really long time, and you can keep this bacon jam around to put on other things. It'd be great, like, to do like a chicken sandwich. You know, this show's called It's Not Complicated, but Ryan really likes for me to make things complicated. It's like the simplest burger. He's like, what can you add to it to make it a little bit more complex?
Oh, God. So your husband's a fucking food prick. Yeah, some things do not need to be made complicated. Not everything fucking needs to be made Sorry, I'm trying to make things more... No! At some point, you're just making things needlessly complicated. Carbonara is delicious. It has 5 ingredients. Fuck off!
We're trying to make things more delicious.
she didn't use stove.
She didn't wash her hands. All right, give those a little stir, and I'm gonna chop up some shallots as well. This cutting board is one of our cutting boards from the kitchen that we had on set. We filmed one last episode of the kitchen. When we went back and filmed it, we all got to take stuff from the set, and I wanted to take one of these cutting boards. We would use these obviously to cut things up on set, but we also would use them to go on top of the...
Oh my God, I remember that show. I think I've watched some of those episodes. Just, yeah, she's gotten old as hell. And boy, has your career really went downhill.
Stove when we were doing segments and not using the stove, and the amount of times that we turned the stove on accidentally and burned the bottom of these cutting boards, I honestly could not count. I'm gonna add the shallots to cook the bacon about halfway. Let's grab some chili powder, and actually I think a little thyme would be good as well. Chili powder, a little bit of thyme, and I like to, when I use dried herbs, take my thumb and kind of crush them up a little bit. All right, give it a stir. I love garlic powder. If I had to pick one underrated ingredient, it would be garlic powder. Brown sugar. Ooh, this looks so good. A couple tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. Ryan, I think that you had a good idea to do the bacon jam. As pain in the ass as I think you are sometimes with your ideas for my recipes, they are really good.
Wow.
All right, I'm gonna put this in the food processor now. You could skip the food processor if you just wanted this to be like a chunky bacon jam. All right, that looks good. So that's the texture I want right there. I like to leave the skin on my potatoes, and then I just go through like this.
Bitch, you know those are russets, right?
Lengthwise. I like my fry to have a little heft to it. You can't be skimpy with the oil when you're doing them in the oven. If you put a good amount of oil, it's better.
So you're not even gonna blanch them? You're not even gonna soak them in water? So essentially what you're giving me is roasted potato strips. You're not giving me fries, you're giving me roasted potato strips. I mean, oven baked fries are bad enough. God damn, no wonder no one hired you. Yeah, you used to be like scorching hot, now you're not.
I like a little garlic powder. Don't be skimpy with the salt either. And then toss everything together.
She's not gonna. She.
Hear that sizzle? That sizzle means the fries start to cook as soon as you put them on there.
Oh my God! Oh my God! She didn't fucking soak them in water. Oh my God! She is literally just giving you roasted potato sticks. Whatever in the fuck that thing is. Oh my God, these are gonna be terrible. First off, oven fries are bad enough. But at least they've been blanched and par fried. These haven't even had that.
I've got a pound of beef here. I like to use 80-20 for burgers because that's 80% beef, 20% fat. Because these
Oh no, how are you gonna fuck this up?
burgers are so thin, grating the onion in there It not only gives flavor, but the moisture that's in the onion.
Oh God, I generally, as a rule, and again, I'm somebody that I've done it before. I generally don't like to add crap to my burgers.
It's gonna help keep the beef.
Again, it's a rule that I follow 75% of the time. Maybe 65.
Really nice and juicy. All right, I'm just gonna kind of like flatten out this beef, and I'm gonna add to it some more garlic powder.
Oh yeah, Catalyst. It's Dave's Opinion 666.
Wait, the hero ingredient of the day is garlic powder. Oh my gosh, this onion is starting to make my eyes water. I'm gonna add an egg to this.
Is it the onions making you cry or the fact that your career is in shambles?
The egg just kind of binds it all together. All right, now I'm gonna divide this meat.
I just did a live stream last night, so
All right.
that I can't remember what the fuck I called it.
So I divided it in half and then into thirds.
So that's gonna be 16 ounces divided by 3.3 ounce patties. Are we doing smash burgers or?
Oh, there's time to stir my fries, so I'll do that after I get these.
But not smash burgers.
Not smash burgers. No, I don't smash these. And you can even kind of form them on the sheet pan.
Why wouldn't you have parchment paper? At least then you wouldn't have to fucking wash the pan. Or are you gonna bake these too?
I'm gonna turn my skillet on and get it nice and hot. And while that heats up, I'm gonna stir my fries. Look at them, they're sizzling in that oil.
They look like shit!
I am gonna turn this hood on, so I'm gonna talk loudly, but you guys are gonna hear this.
I mean, I'd rather you not.
Well, you're gonna have to, Ryan. Sorry, I don't want the fire department to come. I'm gonna do 3 burgers at a time. Don't overcrowd your pan because then they'll start.
Okay, another important thing she's ignoring is putting this sheet pan in the goddamn fridge so that the burgers can have a chance to refirm up. Because if the burgers get too close to room temperature, they'll fall apart even in a pan.
The steam, I'm gonna hit them with a good amount of salt. I mean, they're almost ready to turn. Take these out.
Like you can already see that one almost ready to fall apart. What the fuck is she doing?
This is where things get really smoky. Grease in the pan.
Bitch, do you not know what cheese is? I mean, I suppose technically a burger doesn't have cheese on it, but
Alright, this is good. I can turn this thing off now and now we can talk. This will be the first time the Logan County burgers have had bacon. I'm gonna put bacon jam on half of these.
University of Phoenix is built for real life. At some schools, to save money, you have to move fast and load up on courses. We keep it simple. Take one course at a time with fixed, affordable tuition. Get started at phoenix.edu.
We finally moved from California to Minnesota, and it was the best decision we ever made.
Right.
Except for one thing. I'll get to that part in a second because it almost ruined everything. But first, we left Los Angeles last August, and the change was immediate.
Piece of cheese. I'm gonna do a couple slices of onion.
Please, and now she's just making a grilled cheese. Even though in truth, actually, those are burgers. God, her
Then just before
burger.
it's time to eat them,
Fries
you
are
pop them back down and
terrible!
wake them back up.
If I would have seen those, I'd have been like, no, please,
Oh,
take
yeah.
them back.
Look at that. That's what you're looking for, golden brown. Now, if you feel like your cheese is not melting, go in with a metal mixing bowl and dome it. That will help everything.
Feel free to add a little water to create the steam to melt the cheese. Jesus Christ, lady, whose dick did you suck to get the job you had?
All right, let's take a peek. Oh shit, I always do that. Always forget that gets hot. Okay, let's check.
God damn, I didn't think brunettes could be fucking as dumb as blondes, but here we are.
Gorgeous.
Windows,
Yeah, we can close the windows. Just gonna do a little bit of parsley here. It's just like a little zhuzh. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I
You
just
okay?
cut my finger off. Oh, yeah.
You need Band-Aid? Yeah.
I have literally never ever cut myself.
Well,
Nothing. Well, let's just eat some burgers.
Great, so you're retarded.
Put them on the cutting board.
Cutting board, right?
And you're gonna cut them in half on the diagonal.
On the diagonal. Yeah. So look at these bad boys. Oh.
So mad at myself. This is gonna take a long time to heal.
Oh,
Oh,
no! Damn it! Oh my god. This entire episode's falling apart. Ryan.
I'm so glad that was you and not me.
Get back here.
Dude, her husband doesn't have an ass.
In there. You know what? This fucking thing. I'll eat that one, guys. I'll eat the floor burger.
All right, get in here. I deserve a burger after this.
How's your finger?
It's okay.
That's gonna make you feel better.
That's definitely makes me feel better.
I've got my floor burger.
Don't eat the burger that was on the floor. That is nasty. I missed these.
Oh my god.
Forgot.
Dude, your fries look like shit. I'm sorry, your fries look like dog shit. All right, next one up. Anchovy chili garlic pasta, 8-minute pasta dish.
Is going to be aptly named on the menu as PSP. Post-service pasta. Heard me talk about this loads. I've done it lots and lots of times. It's the pasta that when I have a particularly tricky day, I go home, probably not eaten since lunchtime, apart from a few bits and pieces of tasting. I want something that's delicious, filling, and warm and comforting. And this is that pasta I go to. I can deliver this in 10 minutes flat, and it delivers a massive welcome home hug. All you need to do is get a little bit of prep done, get some water on the boil, get your pasta ready, slice up a bit of garlic. You can use I use dried chilies at home. I just don't have them in the restaurant. So a little bit of dried chili, some nice anchovies, and there's a really nice thing with this dish is that you start it all at the same time. So nothing to do right now until that pasta water comes to the boil. Just cut up some chilies, either way you want. Just use dried chilies if you don't mind, as hot or not hot as you want, doesn't really matter.
Basically, this is where you start popping beers.
Whatever works for you. There's no rules with this pasta, apart from in the last 2 minutes. Best thing about this pasta is, it all happens at the same time. You need 2 pans, one's boiling water. What we're going to do is add salt to that. You want that pasta water to be seasoned. It's important. Want about 2.5% salt.
Yeah, well, it's the only chance to season your pasta is to season the pasta water. If you don't season the pasta water, the pasta's fucked.
But don't worry about that. A nice handful of salt in there. Nice pan over here. We start them both at the same time. I'm going to make, Sam looks hungry, that much pasta. All right? So that much in there.
About a half a pound.
That's going to take 8 minutes.
Give or take.
Now, I love dried pasta, and I will be serving dried pasta at Rosina, but only one at a time, because actually it's a brilliant pasta to serve in a restaurant, but it's very difficult to do during a service because it takes so long to cook. Fresh pasta's 2 minutes max. Long pasta like this, dried pasta, is actually 8 minutes to cook, so it takes a lot longer. So if we've got 4 or 5 pasta orders on at the same time, maybe 10, maybe 20, God, we are going to be in trouble if we've got dried pasta. So what we're going to do here, pasta's in the water. Now you start this pan at the same time. So we want 6 minutes there and 2 minutes in here. In there goes anchovies, nice anchovies, nice chili or dried chili, doesn't matter.
Where's Jake? Oh, he's afraid of the heat. He's afraid of the heat. I'm Jake. I'm a blooming fucking retard.
I'll just chop them up, dice them, slice them. I don't care. Whatever's easiest. Remember, you're doing this after service, about 1:30 in the morning, when you're still a bit sweaty and still a bit buzzing from the service, and all that's going in there now. Going to put into there the garlic, sliced garlic, and then we're going to put a little bit of salt. Don't go mad because you've got some anchovies in there already. And we'll put some nice black pepper in there, and we're just going to let that cook.
Yeah, and this guy's a professional chef. Where's the heat? Where's the heat? Dude, I'm Jake. I'm a blooming fucking retard.
Slowly in the olive oil. It's the pasta that I cook after service.
Aw, are you sad because I was making fun of your big bro? I was making fun of your master, Jake. Are you sad because of that? Well, Jake doesn't know what the fuck he's doing.
Home, which I want to put on the menu at Rosina.
I realized this after watching his own cooking videos, which, by the way, he hasn't done one in 2 years. And I've done, I don't know, probably 600. Actually, it's over 2 years now. It's getting close to 3. And I've done how many? Probably close to 600.
Yeah, but I think we should be true to it. We shouldn't put herbs in it. I wouldn't come home from work and chop herbs. Who would do that? This is psycho. I would open a bottle of wine, but I wouldn't necessarily chop herbs. I think that's the essence of good cooking, Sam. Is knowing when enough is enough. Right, how long's that had, Sam, on your timer?
Trust me, that's a lesson I've had to learn with bitter heartbreak. Sometimes enough is enough.
Okay, so come over here if you look quick.
Well, I know he's going to review this this live stream, so hey, I may as well point him out and make fun of him when I can. Hi, Jake. Because literally, I could make a video on YouTube on either of my channels reading my grocery list, and he'd bring it up on Twitch.
Clear, Sam. Anchovies, chili, garlic, all just like pulverized down to nothing now. All looking good, all looking soft. You got all this oil in here, right? Oil from the anchovies, oil from the olive oil. And what we want to do now is basically emulsify all of this. This is the trick of the whole thing, right? So that pasta is enough. That pasta is still undercooked. Really important. You understand that? So what I'm going to do...
Yeah, if you're going to put it into a hot pan, I would recommend maybe instead of the full minute, maybe like a full 90 seconds, if not 2 minutes.
I'm going to lift that over. All right, now, what we need to do is get that fully cooked through and emulsified, right? So, look at that bowl of pasta coming up. Right, now, I'm going to take some of this lovely pasta water. This is your friend. That goes in, turn the heat up, keep the heat going nicely. And we want to basically finish cooking that pasta in there. Manteca. You smell those anchovies. smell good? Big fan of anchovies, yeah. You're trying to basically agitate.
I don't understand the red cards. Think of cards in football as the opposite to your Sapphire Reserve card. They penalise, this rewards. Like how you just earned 3 times the points on dining.
Thank you.
It looks like epoxy, but it's not. These are our polyaspartic floor coatings. We're talking a one-day coating installed right over your existing concrete. It's 4 times stronger than epoxy, completely blocks
the pasta.
Yeah, I'll surely get my advice from goddamn fucking AI.
Agitate all the starch out and use the pasta water and the starch in the pasta water to emulsify all that olive oil back into it. As this cooks now, it will bleed out more starch, which will then in turn thicken it up again. But what you'll be amazed about how much pasta water I put in there and how much it actually takes on. It's really nice. Look, it's all gone. Look, see that? We can go again, I reckon. Or we take the whole thing again. Look. And I reckon, see that amount of water? Look. I reckon that'll all be gone in a minute. And you're basically allowing the pasta to swell, take on the water, but also give out some starch and create a beautiful emulsion.
Do you always use tongs for this, yeah?
Yeah, I do actually. I just think because I can then sort of manoeuvre the pasta a bit quicker. I do, but I'm not an expert. I mean, just... This shaped pan is really important. You know where the pan has got like a soft, contoured edge? That's a nice way of saying that. That's right, isn't it? Contoured edge? Yeah. It is a Hestan pan, but this is the pasta pan I need for Rosina. I need about 10 of these for Rosina. Yeah. Is that all right? Yeah. I don't really much care about any others. You see that emulsion in there? That's what I'm after. That's what I'm after. All that pasta water's been absorbed. Beautiful, beautiful pasta. Right, now, turn that off.
Honestly, it looked better before you added the last round of pasta water. Now it looks not as good.
Grab some pasta. Twist it up like that. Any of this left in here. Look at that. You see how? Look at that emulsion. This is what really excites me. I want then. Any of this stuff is great on the top. There. A little bit of olive oil. That is my PSP, post-service pasta. Looks like very little, delivers in spades. That is what I have when I come home from work. It's about as simple as it gets, but if you know how to cook it properly and you get that lovely emulsion going on, that is a delicious, delicious thing.
PSP also stands for portable plate.
And you know what? As much as I'm criticizing certain things, I'm sure that thing fucking tastes delicious. All right. Damn it, I gotta pee again, and I'll be right back. All right, let's deal with this one.
Buono, sapori napoletano. Piano, piano, piano. It's your favorite Italiano. Salute.
This is my brand new YouTube series where you are going to decide what I'm going to cook next. So, very simply, this is how we're going to start. I'm going to start the series by cooking one of the most traditional and super easy Italian dish. Spaghetti al pomodoro, the one that everybody should know how to cook. In the comments, tell me what is your favorite Italian dish? Why do you want me to cook it? It could be that it reminds you of someone very important in your life, or it could be a recipe that you've seen in one of my many cookbooks and you say, Gino, I really want you to cook that. Whatever you choose, I'm going to cook for you. I'm just going to pick one randomly, and the best suggestion with the best story, I'm going to cook the recipe. Spaghetti al pomodoro. This is an Italian classic that if you are new into the kitchen, or if you are on a budget, or if you want to impress someone by making a dish within 12 to 15 minutes, this is the one to make. Ragazzi, I've seen this recipe done so many times on the internet, on social media, on television, and I have to say, a few times they give you completely the wrong information. Now, one of the first things that you have to do when you cook pasta is to make sure that your water is boiling. Get yourself a large pot as well, because you want to make sure that the pasta has the chance to move around the water. In there, I got 4 liters of water, which is perfect to cook 2 portions of pasta. If you want to cook more pasta, half kilo or 1 kilo, for half kilo, you're gonna have to need at least 5 liters of water. Now, let's talk about the salt, because it's something that I've seen many people cooking pasta and they don't put enough salt into the water. It's very important to salt the water, because otherwise the pasta is gonna be absolutely tasteless. Now,
yeah, basically this is your only chance to season the pasta. And yeah, you want a relatively large amount of salt. You want the water to be as salty as the sea.
Now let me show you. I got 4 liters of water in there, yeah? You're gonna want to need 1 tablespoon and a half. I know what you're gonna say. You're gonna say, oh, it's a lot of salt. Salt is bad for you. Look, if you're cooking pasta and your water is not salty, the pasta is gonna be tasteless. And remember, it's 4 liters of water in that pot. So 1.5 tablespoons of salt is absolutely fine.
Not spaghetti pomodoro to juice. It's almost like spaghetti marinara.
Okay, so the water, take it to the boil, salt is in there. The last thing that you want to do is to pour olive oil, yeah? I'm gonna explain this later. Now, let's start to cook the sauce. I've seen tomato sauce done with peppers, courgettes, onion and garlic together. Ragazzi, to make a traditional tomato sauce just the way Italian people right now, real Italian people like me, would do it in Italy, is very simple. You start with a clove of garlic. Get yourself a clove of garlic, peel it, like this. Just take the skin off. Then what you want to do, cut the garlic in half, like this, lengthways. Okay? In the garlic, there is a little bit in the middle. This is the bitter side of the garlic, so get rid of it. Get rid of the middle like that, 1 and 2. Sometimes you can see that it's dark green. But
this I've never seen before.
Whatever it is, just get rid of the middle of the garlic, like that. So really, you go 2 half garlic, like this. Okay? And the only thing that you have to do, put them in a frying pan.
Dude, this dude has the hairiest arms I've ever seen.
Don't put any oil, don't put any heat. I'm gonna show you slowly what to do. Get yourself a good quality olive oil. We start. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I'm doing these recipes for 2 people, yeah? Once the oil goes in there, just switch on the heat under your pan. Don't rush, don't burn the garlic, because if you burn the garlic, then it's gonna be bitter. So make sure that the garlic is beautiful golden in color. See, this is the first step of your tomato sauce. Look, you want to make sure that the garlic starts to sizzle into the oil piano piano. Every now and then, if you want to turn it around, so you do the other side as well. This one will take you a good 5 or 6 minutes. See, that's exactly what you want, those little sizzling around the garlic. What it tells you that the flavor of the garlic is releasing into the oil and it's going to be beautiful and sweet. See what I do sometimes? I tip the pan so then the garlic goes straight under the oil.
So you're deep frying the
See,
garlic.
that's exactly what you want. You want all those sizzling around the garlic. Piano piano però, eh? Look, this is one of those recipes that from start to finish is going to take you about 15 minutes. 10, 12 minutes to cook the sauce. Meanwhile, you cook the pasta, 8 to 9 minutes, and the job is done. And if you're new into cooking, this is the perfect recipe, because once you start the basic with the tomato sauce, then you can prepare whatever you want. Obviously, whatever you do, make sure that you don't use garlic powder or any dehydrated garlic. No. Fresh garlic. Make sure that when you buy the garlic, when you touch, it shouldn't be all soggy. Beautiful and firm. Okay. Oh, yes. Look at the color of the garlic. Golden.
Also, pre-minced garlic and olive oil is fine.
Golden. That's exactly what you want.
Several restaurants use it.
Once you've done this for about 3 or 4 minutes, you pick up your garlic.
Also, my ancestors kicked the Italians' ass.
And put it on the chopping board. Here. Or on a plate or wherever you want. Switch off the heat under the oil. Otherwise, we're going to burn the oil for no reason whatsoever. And let me show you what we're going to do with this garlic. Beautiful and golden, into the oil for 4 or 5 minutes. What you do, you get a couple of pinches of salt. And then with a fork, slowly, just crush it down. Look, just crush it like that. So what's happened? All the sweetness of the garlic now is going to be in there. We're going to put it back into the oil and the flavor is going to be excellent. This is a trick that my grandmother showed me. She said to me, if you don't like the garlic to be bitter or too many pieces in there into your mouth, just sweat it down into the oil, take it out, puree with a little bit of...
How can I be racist? We're both white. But I'm also somebody that happily says to any other race, the only ones that could actually stand up to us are the Asians. Again, we conquered Africa as a collective group of white people in about 10 minutes.
Salt and then put it back.
It wasn't even
See
close.
what I'm doing? You just crush it down like this. And then very, very easily pick everything up and you go straight into the pan. Put the heat up a little bit, and when you see that it starts to sizzling and again, that means that you're done. Now, to make a good pomodoro sauce, I've seen many people do it with fresh tomato or completely the wrong tomato, but there is only one tomato to make a good tomato sauce. I use tinned chopped tomatoes, the one that you can buy on Italian delis or supermarket. And ragazzi, tinned chopped tomatoes is not an expensive ingredient. So please make sure when you go...
No, it's fairly cheap. I don't use chopped tomatoes. I use tomato sauce. Just because I like my sauce nice and smooth. That's just me. Or I'll buy San Marzano tomatoes and puree them in my blender.
In the supermarket, you buy the best that you can. It comes in a 400 grams tin, so you can't go wrong. What you're looking for when you buy a good tomato is this, look. You want the sauce, the tomato sauce to be beautiful and thick, like this one, guarda. And then beautiful pieces of tomato, all red, without any skin or green bits or yellow bits. No, 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 no. That's the difference between a good tin tomatoes and a really bad tin tomatoes. Yeah? Thick juice, you want it to be red, you want it to be all beautiful pieces of tomato in there. And this is fantastic. You could use pasta.
No, I just want my tomatoes to properly coat my pasta. But whatever, if you think I got a baby mouth, fine, fuck it, I have a baby mouth.
As well, you know, the sieved tomato in a bottle. But believe you me, making a tomato sauce with tinned chopped tomatoes is the way forward. Is what every Italian will do. Garlic is sizzling to perfection.
Dude, this guy, if I were to take him to Olive Garden, would probably punch me even if I paid for the meal.
That's exactly what you want.
And Olive Garden has gone completely downhill.
A golden color. Tomato, straight in there. Guarda. There is no point and no reasons whatsoever to use fresh tomatoes, because otherwise you're gonna have to peel the skin, you're gonna have to take the seeds out, because otherwise the tomato sauce is gonna be bitter. And let's be honest, you also need the right variety of tomatoes, which you're not gonna find in the supermarket or in the deli. So trust Gino, I'm Italian. Tinned chopped tomatoes is to make the best tomato sauce. That's exactly what you want. The temperature under the pan on a medium, don't put it too high. And then you have now this flavored extra virgin olive oil with garlic. Mix it up into the tomato sauce, just like that. Look, buonissimo. Okay? Right now, I'm not gonna put any salt because I want tomato sauce to slightly reduce first, and then we're gonna season at the end. See, spaghetti pomodoro, the beauty is that only needs 4 or 5 ingredients. You need the spaghetti or any pasta you want to do, tinned chopped tomatoes, garlic, and fresh basil. Then you need a little bit of olive oil, salt and pepper, but you got that. Look at that. I want all these little bubbles to go around the tomato sauce. So it's breaking up the chopped tomato and it's releasing all the flavor into the oil. This is it, guys. It's as simple as that. Very, very simple. Let it cook for about 10 minutes now and the job is done. See, by the time now that your tomato sauce starts to cook your pasta. Once the pasta is finished, drain, make.
Honestly, Iron Gullet, that's the least of my concerns with Olive Garden, because the last time I had them, it literally tasted like I reheated a bowl of Marie Callender's frozen ravioli. Like, it was gross. It wasn't gross, but it was just that underwhelming. Like, did I pay for Olive Garden or did I pay for a frozen TV dinner? Which, again, is edible, but it's just disappointing.
Mix together, job done. I need to go get some basil.
Yeah, except I'm still better than Jake. Any day of the week and twice on Sunday.
So I'm gonna go outside to get some basil.
We very much appreciate our partnership with Misfits. They support our transition to organic as a exclusive grower and handler.
Inconvenient when I'm winning. Which, by the way, I have been lately. Because that loser can't even bother to come up with a coherent defense.
I have to say, nothing beats fresh basil. If you're making a spaghetti pomodoro or any tomato sauce, don't even think about it to use dry basil or any of those dry herbs that you have in the cupboard. No, fresh basil. See, what I don't understand is why people don't just buy.
He may not own it. He may have just rented it, because there's a lot of these types of houses you can rent for like 3 hours. And, you know, do whatever you want in them. And that includes filming.
A pot of basil.
This is why every fucking porn star seems to live in the same goddamn house.
And put it outside. And if it's too cold outside, leave it inside next to a window. You need a temperature of 22, 23 degrees. The basil just grow. You just have to put a little bit of water and you got fresh basil all the time. Okay, I'm gonna put the basil in 2 stages in my tomato sauce. I'm gonna put 4 or 5 leaves.
No, I think he rented a house to make several cooking videos. Think of it. You release 1 cooking video a month. Or 1 cooking video a week. You cook 8 videos in, let's say, the 4 hours you lease the house. Now, I know that might be hard for somebody like Jake who doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. And yes, Iron Gullet, I'm going to keep jabbing you with him because he sucks. I'd only have to rent the house once every other month. And for 3 hours, the bill might only be a couple $100. So I give an illusion. Doesn't mean I actually live there.
Now, because I wanted the flavor of the basil to release into the tomato sauce, and then I'm gonna put.
No, I just like you guys getting all squirmy and tantrumy whenever I make fun of him. Because you guys know at some level deep down I'm better than him. You know it. You just don't want to admit it. Or maybe you admit it to yourself, but because of my personal politics, you just can't bring yourself to admit it. I don't know which is more pathetic.
Basil right at the end because I wanted the smell of the basil as I'm eating the pasta. So here, just put 4 or 5 basil leaves just to get the flavor of the basil.
No, I'm not going to talk to him. Fuck it. Why? What would be the point? Outside of nothing.
Releasing into the tomato sauce, even 5 or 6. I love basil into tomato sauce. I think nothing beats basilico and pomodoro together. What? Beautiful. Look. The oil that is coating the tomato sauce beautifully. That's what you want. You can see straight away that the water from the tomato is evaporating. And
tell you what, if Jake wants to make content with me, how about we do a recipe off? Like, we both have to cook a dish, drawn at random. And, yeah. We could do that. Jake's not going to do that, though. And let's say we have 72 hours to hand in our completed video. Like we'd have the assignment handed down on Friday at 10 a.m. I believe we're both in the same time zone. And we have to have it Monday at 10 a.m. It has to be posted by. That's the last day. He won't do it. He won't fucking do it. And any conversation would just be a waste of fucking time.
Now you're going to end up with this beautiful, thick tomato sauce.
Really? You honestly think Jake would accept that? A randomized challenge where he actually has to think on his feet? Even though I'm being more than generous with time.
Capital One can help you avoid the application jitters.
All right, fine. Tell you what, actual Jake, when you review this video, and because your fan base and my chat is so fucking confident in your skills, I'm going to slash the 72 hours. On Friday, we will meet at a specified time in the afternoon. Let's say 2. Actually, let's say noon on Friday. Every Friday at noon, we will meet for a very, very short live stream. All this live stream will do would be to present a randomizer. Whatever this randomizer does, we have to produce. And we have 24 hours by noon Saturday to make it. You prepared for that? Oh, of course you're not. He won't do it, guys. He won't. And if he does, I'm going to kick his ass.
By showing you which cards you qualify for before applying. If you've got big dreams, make them a reality.
I love how Jake's fans always love to speak for him.
By checking for pre-approval. See if you're pre-approved today.
Discover a better kind of backyard water experience. One that combines fitness, play, and relaxation in a single, beautifully designed swim spa experience. Introducing Swim Series by Bullfrog Spa.
It's still an outdoor
Okay,
bathtub.
ragazzi, I think it's time to cook the pasta. I'm using spaghetti. Of course, spaghetti al pomodoro. You could use
No, I think Jake's in
penne,
Michigan.
fusilli, farfalle, fettuccine. Pretty much anything that goes with tomato sauce.
Right, already, he can't.
But
he can if he doesn't know. Jake literally reviews every single fucking thing I put out. He'll find out about it. Trust me, sweetheart. But he won't accept. His own fucking girlfriend, wife, fiance, whatever the fuck that cunt is, has literally said, well, he can't do anything. He can't make cooking videos now because he's writing a book. And it's like, really? Your average dinner takes 30 minutes to make. And most writer, and if it was writing a book, even if it was The Lord of the fucking Rings, don't take that long.
Spaghetti is a classic. It reminds me when I was a little...
I mean, literally that means all Jake is doing is writing and going to bed, writing, going to bed, writing, going to bed. You know, there are some people that did that, like Isaac Asimov, but, yeah, he made 500 books, and they didn't take this long.
Boy, my mom always used to do spaghetti al pomodoro, at least once a week. When you get the pasta from the supermarket or the Italian deli, wherever you get, don't just buy the cheapest one on the shelf. Make sure that you get the opposite, the best pasta you get in the supermarket. Why? Because pasta is not expensive. And if you get the best one, you know that is made with Italian semolina. You know that when they dry the pasta, they do it very slowly, so the pasta keeps nice and al dente. If you get the cheapest one, you're not gonna get the best result. So make sure you get the best packet of pasta you can. I see a lot of people fiddling with the packet when you open the packet. Oh, ragazzi, there are two ways to do it. Or you're gonna smash it on the chopping board and you open the packet, or you do like my grandmother used to do, on her hips. Look, she used to do like that. 1, 2, 3. Job done. Okay, so we making.
I really do not want the image of your grandma doing a sexy dance.
2 spaghetti al pomodoro. Now, a packet of pasta is 500 grams. This is for 4 people. So, 250 grams is the portion for 2 people. 125 grams each. So, pick your pasta up, half of the packet, and go straight into the pot. Like that. Now, once you put it into the pot, one thing that you have to make sure with your tongs here, make sure that you press the pasta down into the water. So then all the pasta is going to cook at the same time. And whatever you do, oil doesn't go into the water, yeah?
Thank you!
It's absolutely a waste of time and a waste of your money. If you put the oil into the water, what's going to happen? The oil is going to sit on top. The pasta is going to stay on the bottom. They're never going to meet. So I don't know who came up with this idea.
They will eventually meet, but it will do nothing for any of them. Even if they meet as the pasta comes to the boil and does the rolling boil thing, it will meet the pasta, it will meet the oil, but it'll just immediately roll off. Yeah, I don't know what jackass came up with this, but it had to be an American because even I did this for a while. And then, thankfully, an Italian guy, Antonio Carluccio, kind of wised me up and been like, no, you don't have to add oil. Just fucking stir it a little bit.
You're wasting money and you're wasting time. The best way to make sure that the pasta doesn't stick is to have a lot of water into the pot.
Yes.
And then every now and then you just go with your tongue.
Fucking stir it!
And you move the pasta around. Just like this. Don't put anything else. You just put water and salt, like that. Now, let me give you the other tip. To get the perfect al dente bite is very, very simple. Pick up the packet, see how many minutes you need to cook it from the packet, and cook it 1 minute less. That's it.
Thank you! Once again, I'm right!
Perfect al dente bites.
The biggest lie in fitness is that you have to choose between reaching your goals and actually enjoying your food. Cook Unity gives you both, precise macros and unforgettable flavor. Our top chefs design meals with over 40 grams of protein, so you never have to settle for diet food again. Get fresh, never frozen meals ready to heat and enjoy in minutes. No cooking and no scrubbing pans. It's the high-performance fuel your body deserves. Click below to eat like a pro and get 50% off your first order.
The Mediterranean diet is the world's healthiest diet, and Factor makes it easy to eat that way every day. A true Mediterranean meal should be full of colorful fruits and veggies. At Factor, it's all about abundance. Whole grains, lean proteins, healthy fats, and with the new Mediterranean-inspired options every week, you'll never get bored. Just heat, eat, and enjoy.
Okay. Every now and then, remember your tomato sauce. Give it a stir. Oh, the smell. Shit. First of all, let's look at the color, which is absolutely insanely radiant and beautiful. Now is the time to taste for salt.
Okay, maybe it's because I'm an American, but what about pepper? What's wrong with pepper? What did pepper do to you? Did pepper kill your father and rape your mother?
Definitely need salt. I'm going to start with 3 pinches of salt.
About 3
piano.
teaspoons,
Start
give
with
or
3.
take.
Mix everything together. taste again, and if you need a little bit more, absolutely fine. Remember, you can always add, but impossible to take away. Let it cook for another minute.
All right, not quite impossible, but very difficult. Very, very difficult. Because you would have to add more tomatoes.
I'm gonna put a little bit of black pepper.
Oh, good. At least pepper isn't totally
if you
forgotten.
fancy, you want to give a kick to the tomato sauce, a bit of chili oil or a bit of dry chili flakes, absolutely fine.
Oh, yeah,
Seasoning.
no, I definitely would recommend at least a quarter teaspoon of chili flakes. That just wakes the whole goddamn sauce up.
It's done. Let me try now. One more pinch of salt. So far we put 4 pinches of salt.
How the hell do the Italians live beyond the age of 50?
Bella, 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 bella. See, I never understood that by the time that you order a takeaway, and then you have to pay, and then they have to come and deliver it to your house, it's gonna take 15, 20 minutes. May as well, if you go 15 minutes, make yourself a plate of pasta.
What planet are you living on? Like it's an hour before they get here. I don't know, maybe delivery times are better in Italy, but Jesus. You order spaghetti from a goddamn pizza place, it's about a fucking hour before they get here.
Pasta. You definitely spend less money and you know what you're eating. My pasta is cooking beautifully. The tomato sauce is perfect. 10 minutes cooking, job done. See, the problem is that if you cook the tomato sauce for too long, half an hour, 40 minutes, you release far too much water and then the tomatoes are going to be bitter. Then you need to add sugar and all of that. No, 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 no. Let's keep it traditional. 10 minutes of cooking with the basil, a little bit of salt, extra virgin olive oil, the garlic is already in there. Learn how to make the tomato sauce properly because you can do so many things once you mastered my Italian tomato sauce. Check the pasta every now and then. Pick up the pasta and check if it's al dente. Another 30 seconds and the job is done. Okay, my pasta is ready. We need to drain it. Oh yeah. Whatever you do, make sure that you drain it well. Okay, let me show you now the secret of a good plate of pasta. You drain the pasta. What I don't want you to do is to drain the pasta, put it on a plate, and then shovel the tomato sauce on top.
Oh, no, don't do that. No, no,
You get your
no,
pasta,
don't do that.
You drain it. Then it goes straight.
Thank
into the tomato
you.
sauce. And the reason why we do this is because we're gonna finish off cooking the pasta for the last 30-40 seconds in the tomato sauce.
This is the perfect pair for your iPhone, and it replaces 3 different chargers. So when I travel, I don't pack extra cables, I don't have to pack extra bricks. This covers my phone, my watch, and anything USB Type-C. It's probably the most useful thing in my
Now, once you're at this stage, what I want you to do is to mix the spaghetti and the tomato.
See, and for like a penne or a rigatoni, I might be fine with this. But I don't like chunky tomatoes with my spaghetti. That's just a personal preference.
Into the frying pan, just like this. Okay ragazzi, now this is a very important stage when you make pasta. You need to make sure that each strand of spaghetti is coated by the tomato sauce. Make sure that you cook all together for about 40-50 seconds, even a minute if you can. And then to get the best flavor of the basil, now is the time to pour more basil leaves. Just at the end, like that. Like this. You can switch off the heat now, no more heats. And keep mixing. Guarda che bello, guarda. Bellissimo. smell of the basil with the garlic, the tomato sauce, mamma mia. Let's put this dish together. And now is the time we're gonna put the tomato sauce on top. I like to put the...
Dude, do Italians just have insanely high metabolisms or something? Dude, if I ate that much pasta, I'd be in bed for a fucking week.
Basil right at the end. Ragazzi, this is optional. Parmigiano Reggiano. You can use Grana Padano, you can use Pecorino, any cheese that you want. If you like it, right at the end, just like that, like snow. See, when it's snow on the mountain? Ah, guarda là. Spaghetti al pomodoro. Buonissimo.
Well, I guess that's where we're going to leave this here. I've been going on for about 2 hours, way longer than what I wanted to do. But, good night, everybody.